All right, folks, my name is Mendoza. I'm here in Philadelphia with Illusionist, and we have something very special for you because you have helped us get to 100,000 likes on Facebook. And because of that, this is going to be a free download for all of you. Thank you very much. We're going to get right into this. All right, folks. Once again, we do want to thank you all for helping us get to 100,000 likes on Facebook. And we are going to get right into this. This is called Blossom. What you need to do is borrow a bill or use one of your own. The bill has to be fairly crisp. You can hear that, all right? Once again, not a bill that's gone through the laundry several times. And we'll get right into the methodology of this, all right? Most bills that are borrowed, when you receive them, are folded in half, like this, all right? When you receive it, you want to simply put your thumb on the inside so the V of it is facing towards you. The point, if it were an arrow, as you can see here, it's pointing away from you. And you're looking into the crotch of the V, all right? As you take the bill back, you're going to move back to whatever surface you're going to work on. So it's a matter of blocking. Or what you can do is actually just pretend to cough. And as you do that, what you're going to do is come up to your mouth. You're going to stick your thumb in your mouth and simply lick your thumb, okay? Once you do that, you get a little bit of saliva on your thumb. You're then going to reach inside the bill and you're going to run that saliva across the face just to one side. This is the center right here, all right? But you're going to run it to one side or the other of the bill. Now you can see what's happening right now. The bill actually begins to fold in the opposite direction. And it's going to fold, continue to fold in the opposite direction. Once it's done that, you can simply take it and place it on whatever surface. You can walk away from it and then simply bring back attention to it. As the saliva begins to dry, you can see what's already happening. The bill begins to open itself. And all you have to do is with your hand, pretend that you are sending some energy into the direction of the bill. And once it has opened this way, you can pick it up, just simply run your finger quickly over it. That gets rid of any excess saliva. You can hand it out for examination at that point because there's nothing for them to find on that bill. All right? And that is the very basic working of Blossom. A little history on this effect. It is called Blossom. The reason it's called Blossom is it's a PK effect that uses a bill in which the bill is folded in half and it simply begins to open up just like a blossom on a petal, on a flower, right? I came up about this idea about 4 years ago, maybe a little longer. It sort of ties into something that was put out called Energy Bill, all right? But it does not use a principle anywhere near it. In fact, with this bill, you can put it away, you can walk away, you can be on the other side of the room, and this bill will simply begin to open itself, all right? There are some things that you need to know is that you need to have a bill that is fairly crisp. It can't be a bill that's been through the laundry 7 or 8 times, all right? But other than that, any bill can be used. And it can be pretty much any currency that's made out of paper. It can't be, I know some countries put plastic in their paper, in their bills. So those won't work. But any currency that is made still out of paper, this will work with. All right, folks, a couple of quick tips regarding the presentation of Blossom. The methodology is really, really simple, all right, as you saw. Basically, all you have to do is put a little bit of saliva on the bill to either side of the very middle, all right? This causes the bill to fold in the opposite direction, and as it dries, the bill simply begins to slowly blossom open, all right? This allows you to set the bill on any surface. You can put it in a spectator's hand, walk away from it, and all you have to do is just do a little bit of acting and time it as it begins to open, do your motions or whatever it is you have to do, and that bill will simply open itself. in a spectator's hand. It's a strong reaction. The biggest reaction that I ever got doing it is I was at a party, and at the party there happened to be a large glass bowl, clear, with fruit in it, all right? I had them take the fruit out of the bowl. I went into Blossom, put the bill down on the table, asked them to turn the bowl over top of the bill so that there couldn't be any wind or anything getting to it, all right? We were around the table, about 7 of us were around the table, and as we looked onto this, I began to motion and the bill began to slowly open underneath this glass bowl. Everybody just freaked out, all right? There's something that you can do with this, all right? We are going to show you some shots of how this looks like. There are a couple of things that you also need to know regarding the workings of it. Because you are using saliva, you're using moisture. So there are a couple of factors that will affect this. First of all, the weather can affect this. If it is raining like crazy outside, if it's extremely humid outside, it may not even work because there's too much moisture in the air. And what you're waiting for is that saliva to evaporate. If it doesn't evaporate, nothing's gonna happen, all right? But if you're out in Las Vegas and you're doing this in the middle of the desert, this works like a boss, all right? It looks fantastic, all right? But if you're in the middle of the Amazon jungle, you might have some problems with this, all right? So that's something to keep in mind, all right? Thank you. All right, folks, another bonus tip with this. If you are adverse to using saliva, you can use other fluids, all right? Maybe not fluids, that might be the wrong word, but other liquids. For instance, if you reach for a very cold glass that has condensation on the outside, little beads of moisture that are formed on the outside, you can use that condensation. You get that condensation on your finger and you run it along the inside of the bill. Also, what I have done myself is I have used alcohol swabs, all right? I've clipped an alcohol swab in between my fingers as I picked up the bill and simply brushed it along the face of the bill. And the alcohol swab will cause it to bend the other way, and because it's alcohol, it evaporates very quickly, all right? And you get that opening action also. You might want to experiment, try a few other things. When I first got this, I was trying things like acetone. I was looking for, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay. When I was first doing this, I was trying all kinds of different things. I even tried something like acetone. I was looking for the scented stuff because the smell of acetone can be very strong. So I tried the scented stuff. That worked well. I'd be out with buddies, we'd be drinking. I would try beer. Beer would work, you know. So whatever actual liquid might be handy, you can try, all right? But something that I know that's always going to be on me, and it's something that I can always go to if I have to do this trick or want to do this trick, is saliva, all right? It's something I can just pretend to cough, stick my thumb in my mouth and get a little bit of saliva. And that's the reason why I use that as the first alternative. All right, people, once again, I am Vince Mendoza. I want to thank all of you on behalf of Illusionists for downloading this for us. And again, thank you all for liking us on Facebook. 100,000 likes. Keep on liking. We can keep going and going. We'll get to 1 million next time. We'll see you guys very soon. Take care, people.